Minasan, konnichiwa. How are you? I'm back. Got my computer got it going and everything, and I'm ready to start making some videos again. I went through my hard drive, the previous hard drive at Apple Store, and we were only able to recover one little file from my iPhone. Nothing interesting really, just a little file of the party, and I'll put it up right now while I'm talking to you so you can see the party, what it looked like. But that's it. I didn't get to talk to you about anything that happened. I mean, I didn't get to see anything that happened from the party. Like I said, my friend brought his Tesla and let me drive it all I wanted by myself with my wife, and we went all over the place. While we were setting up the party, we took turns, and while we were setting up the party hadn't started yet, but we had some fun with that, and even took it over to Nissan. That was a pretty funny thing. I got kicked out of Nissan. Took it over there, showed my dealer friend. He was excited to see it and everything, and everything was going fine until all the customers stopped looking at their cars, and then the manager said, I think you need to go. It's like, okay, we're gonna go. And so we took off. That was pretty funny. That was funny, but yeah, that was a lot of fun. The car is fun. We even drove the lowest of the low models, like the 60, no P's or anything, just the lowest of the lows. And I'll tell you, that is more than enough Tesla. More than enough Tesla for anybody. That was crazy. That was great. I love the battery. That's my favorite part of the whole car. It always has been, always will be. Oh my gosh, 1%, you can just go and go and go, and 1%. It just goes, because that battery's so big, 1% lasts a lot longer on that puppy. That was cool. So the range is wonderful on that. The power is just fine. Plenty of power on the 60. More than enough. More than enough. And I mentioned some news in my video that I lost about Tesla, but now it's too late. Everybody knows about it. But the news was about that new insane mode, or ridiculous mode, whatever it's called, where now they have even a faster than insane, and you have to pay a lot of money when you're ordering it. You pay what is it, 10 grand more, $10,000 more for that model. If you already own the D, you can upgrade for $5,000, I think it is. And all it is they're adjusting the software to allow more current into the motor faster than I've talked about this before, and I talked about it again in that video that I lost. How any of these electric cars, the electric cars, the motors are so efficient, and the OEMs, to keep the cars from having any problems in the future or anything like that with batteries or motors, they cut the energy down on those things. They're so efficient, but yet they kind of cut us out about. Well, they cut a lot of power out of those motors. Those motors could actually do a lot more, including the Leaf, if they allow us to tweak it a little bit, tweak the software, and maybe give us 10-second bursts of energy and stuff once in a while. Well, Tesla went and did that. What it required though is they did have to put in a much more powerful, bigger fuse from the battery to the motor, and the fuse is a very high-tech fuse. It's not a burn-away fuse like most fuses are. It uses pyrotechniques. It uses an explosive device to pop the circuit if it feels like it's being, there's a problem, like an overload. And so that's what makes it so expensive, is that. So I was talking about that, and I lost that video, but that was cool. But anyways, really, the P60 is more than, not P, the Model S60 is more than enough for anybody. That was a great car. Still out of my budget-wise, out of my range, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I love the range on that. I love that car for its range. That's the big seller to me. If they can make a Leaf with even half the range of that thing, well, it's getting close. And they say 2017 they will have half the range, so close to half the range. That'll make me a happy camper. Range is what I care about. Okay. And then I also I did some other things and lost. Actually, I recovered a lot of my Robbie files. Half of them are still available. But when I got so discouraged with my computer crashing, I stopped taping because I had no way to upload the video to the computer. I stopped taping, so I didn't finish it. But I'll in this video, I'll put up what I got of building the Robbie, and I think you'll see why I went cross-eyed pretty much trying to make that thing. He's still in the clinic. I haven't got my Robbie back. The computer's back. Robbie is still out in surgery, I guess. I don't know what's going on with that. It was funny when we called and had customer service work with customer service to get this thing fixed. At first they said, no, you can't send it in. If you send it in, it's going to cost you $150 to send it in. And I said, what about a warranty? And well, the warranty would have been for the motor itself. You should have asked for the motor right away. It's like, oh. And they said, listen, you can do it yourself. You can do it yourself. And so right there on the phone, while I was talking to them, I took the arm apart, and not on purpose, but I ended up with my big clumsy fingers and those little teeny parts I'm dealing with, I shorted the motor, blew the thing right out, smoke and all. So now it really needs to be repaired. So hey, now it's in the shop, no charge on me. So yeah, got that going. He'll be back soon, I hope. And I can't wait to show you what he can do. No, he can do a little bit. It is hot today. Oh, that brings me to my next problem. So I got the computer fixed. Check this out. I'm going to take you guys downstairs now. Got the computer fixed. Now we have a new dilemma. And it's going to slow me down on making videos. I'll show you. It is a hot one today. Hot one. Hi, doggies. There's my doggies.
Nice.
Hot.
First, water.
Okay, thank you. So that's the temp in the house right now. And it's still going up. It'll probably peak out about 37 today, 37 degrees centigrade inside the house. And even with my air conditioners in this big house and you know everything, it just doesn't cool down to below 31. So the computer overheats pretty quick, and I overheat really fast. So editing has to wait till nighttime, and then lately with summer vacation with taking care of the kids and stuff, you know, taking them all over the place. Haven't had a lot of energy. I'll try to get this video done as soon as possible though. So yeah, that's our newest dilemma lately. So that's it for what I can think of right now. If I can think of anything else, I will put up. I'll make another video and try to get up on the video on. How to say it? Try to edit into this video before I put it up on YouTube. See you guys soon. Hey guys, okay, this is say I remember some stuff. I told you, I knew I'd remember some stuff. So I'm just gonna make a little short edit right here. When we test drove the car, there were some things that were interesting to me. That car had the leather seat package to it, and everybody's always telling me, and I was starting to doubt myself on buying these cloth seats for this car, because the one drawback to cloth seats is they're a pain in the butt to keep clean. They don't, stain up. And everybody else is telling me that leather seats are cooler in the summer and warmer in the winter. Well, one thing I found interesting was when my friend showed up. He came from Yokohama, and he had the air conditioning going the whole time in his car, his Tesla Model S. And when he showed up, I patted him on the back, and it was soaking wet. I said, you used the air conditioner, right? And he said, yeah. I said, okay, that's interesting. And then Yuko, or my wife and I, my wife and I got into the car, and we started driving around, and I kept trying to turn off the seats. I kept thinking the seat heaters were turned on. Oh my gosh, those seats were hot, just radiating heat the whole time. Couldn't ever get them cooled down. And I thought that was pretty interesting. What do you think? They were pretty hot, right? She's nodding her head yes. Can't even talk. Goodness gracious. Thanks so much. Alright, so anyway, it was really funny. The other thing that was interesting about that car was, one thing I want to say about EVs, and maybe hybrids too, I'm not sure about hybrids, but EVs for sure, is air conditioners in these cars, second to none. Best air conditioners I've ever had in my car. These things are great because you don't have to be moving fast for them to be working pretty good. And they're also pretty quiet. However, having said that, when I test drove the Model S, I realized we went to Nissan. I was showing it off, but I also did plug it in. I did plug it into to the chat able to try it out. And all of a sudden the car just made tons of noise. I mean, it was a noisy car. Much noisier than some gasoline cars, if you ask me. Much noisier than a Honda. And I was like blown away by that. And my friend, who's the mechanic for Tesla, he says, he told me that was the air conditioning and the BMS system together or something like that. I can't, he explained it to me, and maybe I'm not remembering it right. I had it on video, guys, and lost the video, sorry. But something about the BMS, but also it is the air conditioning, I believe he said. It was, I think he said it's the compressor. And that was loud. I was shocked about that. I was really shocked. And another thing was funny was with him is he mentioned also in the video, I asked him, would you buy a Model S? And he said, no. And I thought that was interesting because he does borrow on the weekends because he can save money if he uses the car on the weekends. He has to pay for gas, so he saves a little money that way. However, his job, what he does is he drives out to locations, to people's places who own the cars that are having troubles with their car, and he drives over to them, and he even flies. He flew over to Hokkaido, didn't he?
Hokkaido and Kyushu.
Kyushu, yeah, he flies over too sometimes, but he also drives a lot. And he said the same thing I've been saying. Over here, it's the opposite. The Tesla's, the range is kind of limited because of the shortage of superchargers over here. And he admits that they are going to have a really hard time building up the infrastructure on superchargers in this country. It's almost impossible because of the way the government is over here about things and the way things work. And he said, you're actually, yeah, the Leaf can actually, it's easier to go far than it's just easier to find chargers for it, and it's quicker to charge up than a Model S. Model S takes forever to charge up. And he even admitted that. He said, yeah, there's not a lot of chargers around where he lives. He uses where he works to charge up the Tesla on the weekend, and he tries to make that last until he goes back to work on Monday, because otherwise he's going way out of his way just to find a charger for it. Yeah, so that's a big deal over here. I was right. I knew it. It's Backwardsville over here with the way the chargers are. We have a much better infrastructure for the Leaf, and especially on the highways. And when you have a car with a battery that big and you're dealing with a 50 kilowatt hour or 50 kilowatt charger, yeah, 30 minutes of charge, and that's all you're allowed. Especially when there's a line of people waiting, people queued waiting for you to get done. You can't charge an extra 30 minutes. Yeah, you're limited on range. The Leaf will actually outrange you if you have a depleted battery. You're charging for 30 minutes on one of those things for a depleted battery. Yeah. So that was interesting. I'm not trying to dog the car. I'm not trying to. These are observations, like the fan, whatever that fan was, either for the battery management system coolant or for the air conditioning. I don't know what it was, but it was loud. It was very loud, and some of the things. My buddy even said he loves Tesla. He loves the company. He thinks Elon's a great guy. That he's running the company really nice. But even, yeah, he's just he's waiting for the 3. And I am too. I'm waiting for the 3. I'm thinking the 3 will be much more suitable for this country, because then when you plug in the 3 to the 50 kilowatt chargers, it'll charge better. I think it's gonna have a smaller battery. So there. That's all I had to say, I think. There was one little anecdote. It was kind of funny. It would have been hilarious because we had the video of it. I had the GoPro video of it. But when I took the Tesla out for a test drive, I just was driving all over the place, just really trying it out. And I finally really got a decent test drive of the car. And I do see what people like. It's got a nice solid feel. It's got a good feel to it. I felt like, though, even with its traction control system, because of the torque on that car, if you take it in a corner and you give it too much axle, you could lose control. That steering wheel was sometimes really hard to maneuver when I was taking. If I took a corner, I gave it too much XL. So I thought that was interesting. And also, I was taking it really easy. I wanted to see if I drove the Tesla the way I drove my Leaf, what kind of range would I get. I was really trying to do a serious experiment. And then my wife jumps in the driver's seat, and all she wanted to do was feel that EV, the EV grin, get that torque going. It was hilarious. the polar opposites of our personalities. She was like just flooring all the paws. Ah! Like that was pretty funny. She was loving it. Big smile on her face. So she definitely liked that bigger motor. That was a nice motor. And like I said before, we could do it too. They could technically, with the 80 kilowatt, you can multiply it by 4. We could have the same power as that Tesla motor in this car for a brief little, like 5-10 second, little shots for like a really good boost of power to get past somebody or something. We could have it too if Nissan was willing to, do that for us. But nah, they're not gonna do it. The motor's more than capable of doing it. And the batteries can handle it to a point. I mean, you don't want to do it all the time. It'll really put some strain on your battery really bad if you do it all the time. So I don't recommend people doing it with the Teslas either. Even though they're going to be capable of doing it, I wouldn't recommend using that mode too often, or you're going to see shortened battery life on your car. So anyway, that's that, and I'll get the video up as soon as I can. Nice talking to you guys. Oh, there's my Nissan. Bye-bye! Hi YouTubers out there, welcome to a special episode, and this one's going to be of me putting Robbie together. Robbie the robot. Ooh. Yeah. A little excited, but it is 10 o'clock in the morning and my GoPro camera's still not completely charged up yet, so I don't know when I'm going to be able to start, and it's hot. It is hot today. Let's see here. I'm showing indoors with the air conditioners, both of them going 30 degrees. And I've got both my air conditioners going. Oh, it's hot. I got my Robbies separated into 7 groups of 10. And I got my mount here. I don't have the GoPro ready. I'm gonna have it probably shoot a side angle. I don't know. I might change the angle. I don't know. I was gonna do time lapse, but I don't even think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna cut my resolution down low on it, kinda. Not 1080p. Go down a little lower so I have more memory on my memory card. And what I'll do is just once in a while speed the video up, and and then once in a while slow it down. And I think that's what I'll do with this video until I'm finished. I'm hoping to get done today, but I mean I could if I just wait until midnight probably. I might have to. We'll see what happens. I might have to do 2 days on this, but it's not a difficult thing to do really. It's just a lot of time-consuming little things, but it's all you need is a screwdriver to put this thing together. All the motherboards and the chips and everything, they've already been pre-assembled. You just have to screw things together and tape things on. They use a lot of tape on this thing too, special tape. So the tape thing is going to be a little tricky because they're little teeny pieces, and my big clumsy fingers, I have to try to tape these electrodes and stuff onto places, and that might take some time. But I still think I can get most of it done today. Hopefully the whole thing. So yeah, let's get going. Okay, update time. My GoPro battery, second one, has died on me, so I am okay. Oh no, my video card filled up. So I'm going to charge my battery, and I'm going to also upload all my data onto my computer so I can erase the video card. And yeah, but yeah, I'm just working with tedious servo work. Lots of servos. There's 20 servos on this robot, and I am busy putting those together. And it's just tedious work. I think I am going to just keep working while the batteries are charging and the data's downloading stuff. And I'll be advanced a little bit next time you see it. Because this is getting ridiculous. Taking a lot longer than I thought it would. Woo! Yeah. So anyways, I'll see you again soon. Alright. Update again. I was running a test on my servos on my right arm. Major setback. My connectors came off. I had to take the arm completely apart. Now it's not working at all, so I'm thinking the battery, I killed the battery testing over and over again. So I'm charging that. It's 9 o'clock. My eyes are super blurry from trying to focus in this bad light. I don't want to quit because I'm so close to being finished, but I'm gonna have to stop and finish up tomorrow. Sorry, guys. Alright, yeah, here's what's happening. I fixed it. It was tough. I had to take it all apart. I did it totally different what they wanted me to do because the way they wanted me to do it was not going to work. 9:20. I lost about 30 minutes on trying to fix this stupid thing. Maybe more actually. Wow. Anyways, I'm gonna plow through. I'm gonna try to keep going for as long as I can before my eyes just totally cut out. Till I'm blind. So let's get back to work. Okay, update again. It's the next day, morning, 9:30 in the morning. I'm feeling pretty defeated. I was up till almost 1 o'clock in the morning fighting with this thing, and I'm a little upset. All the cables were giving me trouble, but this particular leg here is really messed up. That leg there. Yeah, I'm being held up by a $5 cable here. Not even $5, more like 50 cents probably. The whole thing is being held up by that. And then to make matters worse, in the middle, while I was doing that, I was also trying to back up my latest videos, the party video and the Robbie video. And my computer completely crashed. I think I lost everything. I mean, I can't even boot it up. It's dead. And I don't know what to do. I don't know what it's like in America, but over here it takes weeks sometimes to get an appointment at the Genius Bar. Now my computer's been recalled, but I need to recover those files if possible before I send the computer in, because they're just going to replace the drive. So I'm having a bad day with technology. My computer is totally dead, and now Robbie is just being a little jerk. I'll let you know more later if anything new happens. Bye. Robbie-kun! Robbie-kun! Your 右の手は壊れちゃったね。右の腕。ねえ、壊れちゃったね。はいはいね。だからこれから病院行くの。病院で治してもらうからね。わかった？わかった？頑張ってね。寂しくなっちゃう。いってらっしゃい。ロビー君、いってらっしゃい。バイバイ。またね。バイバイ。頑張って。